A warm greeting. Today is Sunday, August 20th, 2023. This is Ruben Garcia. At the time of recording this video, it is 8 in the morning in the Eastern Caribbean region. We are closely monitoring Invest 90, which has a high probability of becoming a tropical depression over the next few days as it moves over the waters of the Caribbean Sea. This system is of special interest to Haiti, the Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico. We must remain vigilant in the face of the possibility of significant rainfall events over the next few days. Before providing an update on the forecast for what will soon become a tropical depression, I wanted to mention that the Atlantic remains very active. We have a disturbance located just southwest of Florida that could become a tropical depression and move over regions of Texas. Additionally, we have Invest 90, which we will discuss in more detail in this video. It poses a threat to the northeastern Caribbean region. Yesterday, Tropical Depression number 6 of the hurricane season formed. This was Invest 99. However, wind shear will weaken it over the next few hours, and it should not pose significant problems as it moves near the northeastern Caribbean. Additionally, we have Invest 98, which is a low-pressure system with a high probability of becoming a tropical depression as it moves northwestward away into the open waters of the Atlantic. Lastly, we have a new tropical wave with a moderate probability of cyclonic development. However, the high pressure in the Atlantic remains weak, which will help steer this tropical wave over the open waters of the Atlantic. Unfortunately, conditions in the Atlantic have become very favorable for cyclonic development. It seems this will continue for the next 2 weeks. First, note that the Sahara dust has dramatically reduced compared to last week, leaving more favorable conditions and greater opportunities for cyclonic development over the next few days. Moreover, there is an enhanced phase of the Madden-Julian Oscillation moving over the Atlantic region. This phase is the strongest we've seen this season and is currently crossing the Atlantic. It is responsible for the heightened potential for cyclone activity. In the coming weeks, it will move over Africa and the Indian Ocean, creating optimal conditions for the development of tropical cyclones. The next 15 days are expected to be quite active in the Atlantic region, so it's important to be prepared for this peak in the season. Without further ado, let's turn our attention to the Eastern Caribbean region where Invest 90 is located. In this visible satellite animation, you can observe that it appears well organized and has been developing some outer bands. These are signs that it continues its organizational process. At the moment, we don't have confirmation of whether it has a closed circulation at low levels of the atmosphere, but today, a Hurricane Hunter aircraft will be investigating the area, and it might be declared a tropical depression. This determination will depend on what the Hurricane Hunter aircraft finds. Regardless of how long it takes to become a tropical depression, heavy showers are currently affecting the Lesser Antilles. This rain will continue moving northwestward, affecting Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, the Dominican Republic, and Haiti over the next few days. In this video, we will discuss some possible scenarios, from a track over Haiti to the most probable scenario with a track over the Dominican Republic. There's even another scenario with a track over the eastern Dominican Republic that could bring more rain to Puerto Rico. Switching to the infrared satellite image, you can see that Invest 90 is generating strong thunderstorms, especially near its center of circulation. This suggests that it's not far from becoming a tropical depression. Also, notice that the outer bands extend hundreds of kilometers from the center of circulation, impacting the Lesser Antilles this morning. These bands are also a concern for Puerto Rico, as Invest 90 moves south of the island. It could cover a large portion of the northern Lesser Antilles, the Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico. There is a high risk of flooding over the next few days. Let's take a look at the Doppler radar image from Barbados. You can see that heavy showers, especially an intense rain band, are affecting the island. Similar conditions are affecting other islands in the Lesser Antilles. It will be a rainy and stormy day, and flooding is expected throughout today. This intense rainfall will affect Guadeloupe to Trinidad and Tobago in the next 24 hours. Due to the organization observed in satellite images and the consensus among models that it will become a tropical depression before reaching Haiti or the Dominican Republic, the National Hurricane Center has increased the chances of development to 80% as it moves in this direction. I wanted to mention that if the Hurricane Hunter aircraft finds that it still doesn't meet the minimum requirements to become a tropical depression, it's likely that official advisories about what could become a potential cyclone will be issued over the next few days. This would be important, as it would lead to the issuance of some tropical storm watches for the Dominican Republic and Haiti, allowing the government and citizens to begin preparations. There is a consensus among the track models that it should maintain a west-northwest track over the next 48 hours. Afterward, an upper-level trough situated to the northeast of the Caribbean will cause it to make a dramatic turn to the north and northwest, likely crossing over the Dominican Republic. For now, the most likely scenario is a track over the Dominican Republic, although it cannot be ruled out that it might remain slightly weaker than anticipated and reach Haiti, or even strengthen more than expected and cross over the eastern Dominican Republic or the Mona Passage. While this latter possibility is currently minimal, it is the main reason why we remain attentive in Puerto Rico. In terms of intensity forecast, the models predict that within 12 to 24 hours, we should have a tropical storm. The consensus is that within 48 hours, as it approaches the Dominican Republic, it should become a moderate tropical storm with winds between 50 to 60 miles per hour. Here's a model that doesn't develop Invest 90 into a tropical storm, and it happens to have a more westerly track towards Haiti. On the other hand, there's a model that strengthens this system more than anticipated into a hurricane. Although this is a very low probability at the moment, it's the model that projects a more easterly track towards the Mona Passage. However, at this time, these two scenarios are unlikely, and the most probable outcome is that we'll have a moderate tropical storm crossing over the Dominican Republic on Tuesday. The ensemble members of the GFS model also support this idea: a west-northwest track over the next 48 hours, followed by a sharp turn north over the Dominican Republic. If it strengthens more than anticipated, it might impact the eastern sectors of the Dominican Republic. If it remains weaker, it could reach Haiti. The ensemble members of the European model also depict these scenarios: a stronger system as a strong tropical storm over the eastern Dominican Republic, a moderate tropical storm crossing over the Dominican Republic, and a weaker system moving westward towards Haiti. For Puerto Rico, the worst-case scenario is that it strengthens more than anticipated, as it would lead to a more eastward turn, potentially bringing heavier rainfall than currently anticipated. Let's explore the effects expected in the region. First, in terms of wind, here's the projection from the GFS model with a track over the central eastern Dominican Republic. In this scenario, the eastern half of the Dominican Republic would experience tropical storm force winds, and there could be some windy conditions in the western half of Puerto Rico. Under this projection, the model estimates that the highest rainfall amounts could fall over much of the Dominican Republic, with accumulations ranging between 200 to 300 millimeters, which could be highly dangerous. Please be prepared for flooding events. In this GFS scenario, Puerto Rico could receive between 3 to 4 inches of rain, particularly in the southwestern and southeastern regions of the island. Another scenario from the European model suggests a slightly weaker system and a more westerly track towards Haiti. However, even in this scenario, there could be tropical storm force winds in the western half of the Dominican Republic and eastern Haiti, with wind gusts between 40 to 50 miles per hour. Although Invest 90 takes this track, the heaviest rainfall is still expected over much of the Dominican Republic and Haiti. The European model is estimating rainfall accumulations that could exceed 400 millimeters, which could lead to a potentially dramatic flooding event for the regions of the Dominican Republic and Haiti. Remember that the topography of the island of Hispaniola, with its high mountains and the moist air flow from the Caribbean, could result in an extraordinary flooding event, especially affecting the southern regions of Haiti and the Dominican Republic. The other scenario presented by the German model suggests a track over the western regions of the Dominican Republic. In this case, tropical storm force winds could affect the western half of the Dominican Republic and the eastern part of Haiti, with wind gusts between 50 to 60 miles per hour. Similarly, under this scenario, the heaviest rainfall is projected to occur in the southern regions of the Dominican Republic and Haiti, with accumulations that could exceed 250 millimeters. For Puerto Rico, the current forecast calls for several rainy days with accumulations ranging from 4 to 6 inches of rain, with some areas potentially receiving up to 8 inches of rain. Additionally, hazardous sea conditions and windy conditions are expected. I urge you to stay tuned to the advisories that will be issued over the next few days in case of any changes. It appears likely that this disturbance will move over the Dominican Republic. For my followers in the Dominican Republic and Haiti, I encourage you to stay well informed over the next few days and begin preparations for a significant flooding event. Don't miss any of the videos I'll be recording over the next few days. I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking the red button below the video that says subscribe. Then, click the bell icon to receive notifications when I upload new videos. Until the next video, which I'll be recording later this afternoon after the Hurricane Hunter aircraft investigates this area, take care and goodbye.